they were wizards, but they slit your gizzards too. They plundered arcane mysteries, and all their foes did wail. Beware lest ye encounter a mighty Mage of Sail.
I have a plug and an airbrush ready to go.
Right.
I'm just going to bring it in on that line.
We're going to airbrush
bring it
the
on.
van.
I have a plug and an airbrush ready to go, and I'm going to let people figure out what the scheme is.
It's for the Patreon.
If it hasn't
For the
already hit
Patreon.
the papers by then.
All I'm going to say is that if your patrons would like to see a Mage of Sail airbrushed van,
Oh, sick. Yeah, I certainly would.
Fuck yeah.
Welcome back.
you've left your body.
We return to the Traitor's Sea, where our characters are in the midst of a brains storm.
God damn it.
And we last left Wilhelm.
Would you like to fix that name of yours?
Chumble Wilhelm.
Thank you.
Brave Wilhelm has been swapped into the body of his monkey, Chumbawamba, and is currently hanging from the rigging of the ship by one hand. And as you're hanging there, perhaps considering what the next thing to do will be, a little chubby cow with wings floats up next to you
Chunk of Shanks?
and goes, moo,
Oh.
moo.
So I'm in one arm hang,
Yeah,
correct?
you're on a one-arm hang, but you are just like, you've just got a handful of sail. So
Okay.
if you were a human, you just wouldn't have hand strength to do this.
Yeah, but the strength to weight ratio of a chimpanzee or anyone in that kind of family is huge.
Yeah.
So I'm fine. I'm going to do a tussle of the hair on the...
Oh, and it snuzzles you, and it says, moo, moo. And then it floats off because it sees someone else that it sees familiar. It sees Wilhelm.
Oh, and then it happens because at the time I was balancing somewhere slightly precarious, I'm sure, so it didn't seem that much of a perspective shift. But after I see myself outside of myself, I realize something is jacked up.
So you realize that Wilhelm Wamba, who is Chumbawamba in Wilhelm's body.
Oh shit, we did a full reversal?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
well you realize because you see your body and it is throwing chunks of boat cow poo
No.
Okay.
at,
All right. Oh my god.
at basically everyone.
Side note, this is not happening in game, but does that mean that everyone else got kind of reversed? It was a Freaky Friday? Okay,
Yeah,
good luck.
everyone-
Good luck.
That means Nigel.
Mostly
that
you,
Means
and
Nigel
mostly you.
has the music in his head.
No!
Oh no. Okay.
The dumbest, most
Well, we know
gullible
that
person on the
Sisha
ship.
and Corbin swapped.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's
Nigel.
That's fine. That's not as bad as becoming a shark person and then giving them a human body.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, sorry.
one of Wilhelm Wamba's victims indeed appears to be an ancient witch, Liga, who is walking along the deck and immediately gets biffed in the head by a lump of boat cow poo. Now, thankfully, boat cow poo smells great.
Okay, that's good.
That's nice.
And
It smells like, if you've been in like Molly Moons,
I know.
just feel like there's just
I
a
just love the
gentle
setup.
like waffle cone smell to it.
That's weird.
If they could bottle it, I would buy it.
But immediately, Liga says, I will fight you, Wilhelm, immediately. As large as you are, the largest co-captain, I, Liga, will fight you, and then we will all agree that I, Liga, am the head captain now. I have voted for this,
Really?
and also our best co-captain, the shark, has also given me his vote. Once I have defeated you, I will have all the votes necessary to be the full captain. Once again, I am Liga.
So the shark really grasped the whole situation.
It got things
accepted it.
pretty fast.
And
yeah.
then it was like, okay, now it's time to leverage my position.
Yeah, time for a
Okay.
Meanwhile, you are still on.
I am still holding on to his sail, yes. I intended to mostly observe, but it seems like I need to prevent my body from taking damage in some form.
So you're Chumba Wilhelm. Wilhelm Wamba just beans him with another lump of poo.
Okay. I am most nervous for arcane abilities to start flying because that could be what happened if you. So we have to assume that the shark knows how to kind of use those abilities,
So
right?
one of the things that you notice is that you still feel like you have full command over your magical abilities. So it seems like your awakened avatar is still with you, which is essentially the part of your being that gives you the ability to do magic.
Am I familiar with what a is anybody familiar with what a brainstorm is?
No one at this table knows what a brainstorm
Oh my
is.
god.
Okay.
So, Corbin St. James, or rather, from your perspective, Saoirse stands in front of everyone and goes, "Everyone calm down. We're in a brainstorm. Please stop throwing poo and challenging people to fights." Looks up and sees you and goes, "Wilhelm?"
Freehand, thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Goes, "Okay." And he points at what appears to be Liga and says, "Wereshark." And the Wereshark goes, "No, I am Liga." Do we know where Aura is?
No!
So where are you currently?
I mean, I just left Nigel's office, so I'm like, it's here.
So you just walk up on deck?
Yeah, and I say, but I do not know where my body is, and I do not know where the music is.
Oh dear. And then you hear a little voice in your head. I'm going to remind everyone also that we have safety tools in place if anything's getting uncomfortable. You hear just a little voice in your head, almost like a whisper that you're only aware of because it's not normally there. And when you see all your friends, it says, "They don't like you." And you're not sure where that voice came from, but you're suddenly aware of it, and it feels like it's coming from somewhere else.
I go back into the office.
So,
That's fair.
I'm like, nobody likes me. I go into the office.
but yeah, and there's this little voice whenever you're going
I
to
close the door.
Yeah.
Like,
Whenever you're about to try anything, you just hear a little voice that says, "Maybe you should be in charge of all of them. Maybe you're the best one. You're the best and smartest person."
it's not the music?
No, it's a different voice. It
no.
sounds like what you would imagine the voice in Nigel's head sounds like. Which is
Sounds
why you know
annoying.
it's not you, because your own voice
Right.
sounds like, in your head, still sounds like Aura. This voice sounds like someone trying to impersonate Nigel.
So is he possessed? I start like academically thinking about this.
So
You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
give me an intelligence plus occult roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like this. Is he possessed? Like, who knows? I have a lot of dice in that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You,
3 successes.
You're doing
4
four.
successes.
You're
Four
doing great.
successes.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So it's interesting. You don't have a particular speciality in mind magic.
No.
That's what this feels like. A little bit from what you've read. You're very well studied on mind magic. This feels like something is creating impressions in Nigel's head. And you realize that this is what it's like being Nigel.
Oh.
All the time, something is telling him that no one likes him and that he's worthless.
Aw.
Oh, Nigel, no!
Subgroup of...
I say out loud.
As Nigel.
Oh, it's, yeah,
Alone in a room.
No! So you do all have the voices of your body,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that would
definitely.
be quite hard to
Yeah.
keep track of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to go through and redub?
Oh my god,
Just do
yeah.
ADR for
Yeah,
everyone.
exactly.
Patreon
Oh my
content.
god. I feel really, Aura feels really bad about that because even with the music, it's a primal force and it's not her.
Yeah.
So she feels so terrible that his own internal voice is so mean.
Yeah.
She's back in there now, and so now that she's recognized this, she's gonna look at the poetry and she wants to read it.
Okay.
She wants to see who it's about.
Okay.
This is good.
So
Yeah.
there's clearly a lot of affection there for whoever the person is.
Right. Is it
it's-
how's the quality?
So it's not great.
Okay. But it's heartfelt.
Yeah, it's
okay,
heartfelt.
I feel pretty bad about that too.
A lot of it is the handwriting is a little shaky, and you get the feeling that it's quite hard to write it. But a lot of the poetry is about loving this person because you feel accepted by them.
Oh. We don't know who it is. Like, there's no indication that,
It's someone of so the main quality that comes across in the poetry is kind of feeling safe around someone.
Okay, yeah, I'm investigation mode now. Okay. Who would Nigel be safe around?
And then you hear a
I
lot.
say out loud as Nigel.
And then you hear an interesting sensation that not many people get to hear, which is your own voice screaming when you didn't scream.
Oh, my voice.
Yeah.
Oh, uh-oh.
And it sounds like it's coming from below deck.
Okay, I like immediately like and like just take off running. I imagine he runs like
Yeah,
like
it's very
I
nasally run, which is weird.
like, yeah. He's not very physically fit, so
Yeah, he's not a gifted runner, for
no,
sure.
no.
Liga, you find the ship, and as soon as your shark companions feel like they have reasonably discharged their promise to show you where the ship is, they leave. They look like they don't super want to see you again.
Can we Rocky and Bullwinkle this one and call it or 10,000 Ligas Under the Sea?
No, oh my god. That's what this episode's called.
All right,
All right,
I got
so
one thumbs up.
All right,
We'll take
10,000
it.
Leagues
Yeah.
Under the Sea. It's going to be hard to get on the thumbnail, but I'm going to do it.
10K.
I'm getting better at thumbnails. I'm doing all right.
Good.
Will I have
Excellent.
any issue breathing outside of the...
So here's the thing. You are currently a shark. You're realizing you're becoming more comfortable with your thing. You're bigger than any shark has any right to be.
Wow.
But you will probably have to change your form if you want to breathe outside of the water.
Can I do like a swimming, like a swim really fast and try to jump up and then just flop on the
So
like superhero move, like punch,
you want
like
to
human?
just shark all the way up to yeah, fuck it.
And then
You
I
can't
just
3-point landing
Yeah,
with a
I
fin.
think so. It's gonna be really.
Well, she would transform as she's going down and then 3-point land.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
All right, so
love a
it's
good
going to be
three-point
really
land.
difficult
Yeah.
because that's a big jump. But give me a dexterity or strength, whichever is bigger. But you do need to get 5 successes because you're trying
I'm good.
You're trying to reverse dive onto a pirate ship.
Like, it's fine if I like literally
Yeah.
flop like a fish on the deck for a little bit, but the point is that I land.
Yeah.
Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah.
Okay, so you can succeed at a cost, or you can spend a willpower point to reroll up to 3 dice.
I'll do 3 for a willpower. It's important to look cool,
Okay.
man. Especially as a shark. Come on!
You got 6 successes. So if you had 3 points to land on, you would have done a 3-point landing. As it is, you're just a very big shark. So you build up some speed underwater, and you go, and you free willy all the way up, and then bonk
Classic.
onto the ship, and just start kind of flopping around.
Yeah.
Everyone around you, without exception, freaks out because you're not only a shark, you're an extremely large one.
God.
And then you hear your own voice say, "Oh no, a shark! We should throw it back in the water."
Oh no. Jesus.
"Oh no, I, Liga, am scared of this shark. Let us throw it back into the water where it can be bullied."
Can I talk?
Not at present, because
Okay.
you are a shark, and you're going to have to figure out how to change back.
All right, so
So for that, I would give you like a resolve and insight roll.
You still have spheres as a shark?
Yes,
Yeah.
you're
Okay.
also still able to do magic.
Yeah, is there
if
any-
you are able to, if it would make sense that you can use the magic. So if you have to use like an external thing that you can't use with shark fins, you won't be able to do it.
I'm like, I could try to do basic transmutation for underneath leak. Actually, I don't want to hurt my own body.
Yeah,
Never
that's
mind.
the tricky thing.
All right, so you said
If you want to change, you've got to try a resolve and insight roll, because you're trying to figure out how this shark thinks when it wants to be a person.
okay, so
I at least
4.
have someone telling me what to do.
Yeah, so your roll was a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Okay, I beefed it.
You beefed it? Okay, so
I just continue to
All
flop
beef.
about.
All beef.
all beef?
Yeah.
I'll be.
You become a slightly smaller shark. You become a shark that is just normal shark size,
Just flopping about.
and you continue to flop.
Great.
And
Love it.
you hear your own voice say, "Now is the perfect time. The shark has become smaller. This is normal stuff. I, Liga, the Witch of the Wilds, am an expert on sharks. This is the perfect time to throw the shark back in the ocean, and then full speed ahead."
Am I capable of
So you are a giant weird crow.
No, I know, but is my mind able to comprehend that Corbin is in my body?
Yes.
Would I be able to discern that the shark is Lidija or Liga's?
Yeah. So let's do a wits plus insight.
Okay.
And that's gonna be you figuring out that this is a Freaky Friday.
Oof. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
Okay, so you figure out that it's a Freaky Friday right away.
You're right.
And you have also been able to tell from knowing Liga and knowing the shark
Right.
and the situation that you are in, you have figured it out and can do whatever you want with that knowledge.
I squawk at Liga. Mm-hmm. Shut up! You're not Liga.
It looks at you and says, "You shut up, bird monster."
Am I bigger than?
You're a fair bit bigger than Liga, yeah.
I walk up and stare down
Okay.
with my bird weird face.
So, give
This sucks to look at.
This is hard to look
you're
at.
gonna try and mad dog an old woman while
Yeah.
you're a big
Jesus
pirate
Christ.
crow.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so go up and give me a manipulation plus intimidation roll.
Manipulation. I don't have any intimidation. What the fuck?
You're a big bird.
I know, but
Hey, Corbin doesn't intimidate people a lot, and also you look dumb.
I've got 2 success.
You got 2 successes.
3.
Okay.
So your eyebrows go.
I get poof. Poof up.
You look cuter.
So
Actually, I do.
you try and mad dog the Liga shark,
Yeah.
and it looks back at you and goes, "We should also throw the crow monster off the ship." And Corbin St. James says, Now. I am Corbin St. James. I know I look like Saoirse. We're in a brainstorm. Everyone here has been Freaky Friday.
In this world where, never mind. Sorry.
Maybe it's a play.
There's a
that goes around.
translation convention.
There's a book. Maybe there's a book, a Freaky Friday book.
Okay, so let me take that back. It goes, have any of you seen a play, A Most Unusual Friday?
Ow.
It's very similar to this. We're in a brainstorm. So, I believe, if I have this correct, this is the shark, points at Liga's body, and the shark says, "No, I'm Liga." The big crow is Saoirse, which is my body. I would appreciate no one pointing out that it's goofy looking. Did you make it all the way onto the deck?
Now I did. I mean,
You
I've
did?
opened
You
the
come up
door.
now?
And I'm just like, as Nigel, I go, "Where's Nigel?"
So where's Nigel? So Nigel is...
Aura.
Aura is not... Nigel's body has aura in it, which means that auras... Oh, God. Oh, no, because you just heard the scream.
Yes.
So you went down, so you went below deck? Okay. So did you go up to get everyone?
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
well, I feel like I'm in between going below deck because I feel like I opened the cartographers or not cartographers, math person's door.
Yeah, quartermasters.
Quartermaster. I opened the quartermaster's door and I, as Nigel, say, "Where's Nigel?" And I think he's below deck.
Yeah.
But in my body, as Nigel, I'm very confused.
Yes,
And
indeed.
now, like, as that's happening, that's where I am. I'm in the doorway about to go below deck.
Okay, so then aura is in Nigel's body, which means Nigel is... Oh, no. And that's when you all hear the screams coming from below deck.
Oh.
And it sounds like a woman's voice. It sounds specifically like aura. And you start to hear bangs and crashes coming from the location of... there's a first deck and there's the deck below that. And it seemed like it's coming vaguely from the direction of what you would call the brig, which is where you put basically the timeout drunk tank. You don't have a ton of use for it because you run a fairly tight ship.
Yeah. What was I doing down there? I guess going to sleep? I don't know.
Chumba Wilhelm. Wilhelm Wamba is... they've managed to figure out that one as well due to the amount of poop flinging.
Yeah.
Are you
that's
gonna
fair.
remain on the deck or on the sail or?
I do think that it helps to remain in the sky to kind of keep an eye on anything that is noticeable and able to determine who is whom, because there are others on board, right? The only question I have in my brain at the time is I tussled. What's the boat cow's name? Chunkershanks. I did tussle Chunkershanks' hair, and I think that might have been a human, and I don't know who it is.
So now you're worried.
Yeah, no, that's a question I have in the back of my head because.
Like, did you consent to this touch?
Exactly.
Okay, so the boat cow is doing what the boat cow seems to normally do. It's flitting around, having a wonderful time, and generally seems to be enjoying its life.
Okay.
So you suspect that you did not just tousle a person.
Okay.
However, your Wilhelm Wamba has seen you and is trying to climb the sails so that it can come and sit on your shoulder.
Okay, yeah, that's not
Is
gonna be a
he
good
as
thing.
big as Wilhelm?
Yeah, he's huge.
Big Wilhelm specifically,
He's,
not
he's
just
big
normal.
Man, you're gonna get squished.
Yeah.
Okay. We definitely kind of have to use a mind sphere here. And what is the type of impression that I think is important to create
Don't throw shit.
here? Well, I mean, the don't throw shit is less important than
Go to
don't
sleep.
don't crush. Don't crush. You know, go to sleep is a pretty great idea.
Yeah.
Takes care of everything.
With your second level mind effect, you can't like put him out like
Yeah,
a light,
yeah,
but
but I
since
could-
he already kind of wants to go to sleep, you can kind of think like, it might just be a nice time to take it.
Yeah, it's mostly like climbing is hard, especially when your body's so much larger than it
yeah.
usually is.
He's getting so gassed out. too.
Exactly, and that's not something that Chumbawamba, the
Wumba,
yeah, that is very used to. So yeah, let's go ahead and make just like a very, very tired, lethargic kind of feeling.
5 dice.
5 dice.
You need to
Okay.
beat a difficulty of 2.
Okay. Let's hope that happens. It does.
Ooh.
There's a
you get
crit.
4 successes.
There's a
Oh,
4. So it's a 1, 2, and then a crit. 2 crits. So what does that mean?
So
He
that means
has
you
a
got
crit.
6 successes.
Yeah, 6.
Okay, so Wilhelm Wamba immediately starts to feel like, already kind of felt slightly drowsy, which is important. Like it's nighttime, it's about to go to bed. And what he really wanted to do was to get to you, to sit on your shoulder and then fall asleep.
Yeah.
And instead realizes that the best thing to do is to go to your hammock, where you often hang out, sleep there, and kind of sleep there sort of passive aggressively, so that you realize it's time to go to sleep.
Okay. Well, that's good. You have animals, I can tell.
So your huge form, you see it kind of crowd into the hammock, which is creaking slightly under the weight, and then just looks at you and goes, well, it tries to make sort of a little monkey noise, but it just sounds like a person just like,
Yeah. Okay. And while I am above ship and I do have sight on everything, I think the scream below is rather alerting.
Yeah.
And I do think that it'd probably be worth heading out. And I'm assuming that the monkey might be able to fit through things that maybe other people can't. So I think I might be able to have a direct line, hopefully.
okay, sure. So if you wanted to, you could do an athletics roll to go through like the porthole of the ship
Let's try that.
and go straight over
Yeah,
there.
let's go towards the sound.
Yeah. So dexterity plus athletics, which is a lot because you're
Oh
a
my
monkey.
goodness. I don't.
Yeah, everyone gets a lot of dice in this episode.
It seems it's fun.
Yeah. Chimps are kind of min-max.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to count for me? There's only I
1,
actually
2,
didn't.
3,
I didn't.
4,
I didn't blast
5.
off.
Oh, you got a crit.
Okay, we did.
Oh,
Okay.
you got plenty. Yeah.
And
We got
three
it.
and
We
three
got it.
successes in addition to the crit.
Okay. So you do it and it's rad.
Made it.
You actually jump straight off the sail.
Yeah.
And it looks as though you're jumping off the ship
Yeah.
and you catch a rope
Ooh.
and you,
It's like a
you
DuckTales
swing
intro.
down,
Nice.
flip over,
Nice.
and you go down and you catch not only do you catch the porthole as you fall, you catch it on the right floor. So you're gonna go in on the right level.
Damn.
Okay.
That was a lot of successes.
There was a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
was.
successes, and I feel great about it.
Yeah.
Too bad everyone doesn't think I'm Wilhelm, so I don't get the credit. They just
No, we
think
know.
it's a-
We know.
Monkeys are
well,
cool.
Yeah.
We learned,
Okay,
right? We
so
all know.
Yeah.
when I go through the porthole towards the noise, what is the first thing I see?
So the first thing you see is you see aura.
Okay.
And She is trying to get into the brig. It looks like, but she is also trying to stop herself from getting into the brig. So what you see is she's braced up against the door. And she's trying to push herself through, and it's like she doesn't have full control of herself. So part of her is trying to move through the brig, but her arms are trying to stop. And you hear her kind of saying, no, get in the brig.
Okay.
So Aura's voice sounds like Nigel's.
Well, so it sounds like you, but I'm doing it so that people remember it's Nigel. Yeah,
Just like I also imagine it sounding a little bit like Nigel.
Well, it gets a little nasal.
yeah.
I would normally not try to create an impression or a mental impulse on a wizard because the brain, the strength, right, is
Yeah, it's a
bit,
little tougher.
they can push back, right? But Nigel, I would try and potentially succeed. So what am I actually working with? If I were to try to create an impression on this.
So it would be as though you were creating an impression on a mortal.
Okay.
Aura is the avatar is traveling with Aura, and you kind of realize this because you realize that you are able to do magic, so therefore the avatar has traveled with you. So Aura is essentially just a normal human being who cannot do magic, but is struggling with possession.
And I understand the music exists and that it's a scary thing.
Yeah.
So I think that I understand that Nigel's actually on a smart journey here to try to kind of cage himself so nothing terrible happens. I think that I would love to try to make a mental impulse to trip.
Okay.
To like trip forward.
Go for it.
Okay.
Same dice.
Same dice. Wait. Just 5.
So yeah, just 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
not 10.
Yeah.
It's looking good. 1, 2, 3,
How is
5.
How is Aura's? Okay, you got 5 successes. So the music full on just falls flat on its face. Or Nigel with the music. Oh, fuck. Nigel in Aura's body that is also sharing a body with the music falls flat on its face into the brig.
Okay.
And then begins crawling across the floor to try and get into a cage that it can lock itself in.
Yeah.
And you can see that the struggle is still ongoing.
Okay. I for sure monkey through to try to shut a gate.
Okay.
Are we in that kind of
So
situation?
it's not yet in the gate.
Okay.
But it's trying to get there, and you can see that it's a very strange sight of someone's body trying to do 2 different things at once. And now I'm going to say that if anyone who wants to come down on the deck, that you can have made it down there as well and see the same thing.
I'm just like,
heard the
please
screams.
don't mess up my hat or my outfit.
Your outfit's a little bit tattered from rolling around on the floor. It's dusty on the ship,
I'm
etc.
so upset about that.
Yeah. The hat's actually fallen off.
No!
So you see on your way down,
Steven!
you see the hat.
God.
Stephen is now on your staff.
Oh, that's right.
So you see your hat and your staff, which have been discarded.
No! I picked them up.
Okay, so
I
you're
put them
now
on.
Nigel with a staff and a
Yes.
hat with a parrot on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fan art. No.
Please, thank you at Dog Food
Yeah, thank you.
Studios.
Yes. And I clearly go find myself, and I'm upset about the tatters on my clothes, and I'm just like, Nigel?
No, it's too strong.
Oh, I mean, just, you're very hard on yourself.
Is Aura swapped with someone else?
No, I'm you.
What's going on? Can someone help me, please? There's an insane spirit that urges me to kill.
I push him into the door. I just like scoot him into the cage.
Push?
Yeah.
Okay. So give me a strength plus brawl.
No, I have none
Urges
of
me
that,
to kill.
I have 1 success to drag him in there. Like,
Okay, so that doesn't do it.
I feel like I would have probably.
I'm like, please help me drag him in here into the cage, please.
Meanwhile, Liga, Corbin St. James you're flopping around, and Corbin is trying to insert his body. Just appreciate that for a second, because I got caught up in the moment, and I was like, no, that's very good.
Very good flop.
There's Corbin looks you in one of your sort of hammerhead shark eyes, and tries.
Oh my god.
Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. This is done.
And
This
it's
is
trying to
DMing.
coach you through it. It's kind of like, okay, try and get into the mindset of the shark. Try and imagine that you are them, but you are a human being. Think about everything you know about them as a person and be that. And then you can make another roll, but it's going to be easier. And it's going to be resolve plus insight again. So you flop around.
3.
3 successes. Okay, so as you're doing it, you get into a mental space where you realize that when you tried this, you weren't being coached, so you weren't thinking about it. And you think about what you've learned about this shark in just the last hour and what its life was like under the sea. And you do gradually transform into this sort of ugly, leathery being with very wide set eyes. But you are now a human being who can talk. And then you hear, "Oh no, it's the co-captain that we all respect and like, but we should still throw them overboard. It's me. I got one unusual Friday. I'm sorry, Liga. I thought this would be a good time for a coup. Let me help you up."
And I go, there.
and its tiny Liga body kind of pulls you to your feet because he's a big fella. Goes, "Okay, I'm sorry. That was poor co-captaining of me. What was the sea like?"
I forgive you. And I don't think those sharks are going to be bothering you anytime soon.
"Oh, I have no idea. Are they dead? I have no idea who you mean. Are they dead?"
They're not dead, but they're going to be very reluctant to talk to you again.
Excellent. I am also...
I did bite one on the nose.
The nose? And leans in very close and says, "Thank you, Liga. They can be very unkind."
Why do you let them bully you? You're so much bigger.
Oh, and then the mask goes back on. It's like, "All sharks obey me under the sea, as you know. Liga has seen this. Respect for me has only increased. Let us go now to Hammerhead Bay. No need to address any other situations."
I'm gonna go find my friends.
Okay. So you run downstairs. Saoirse,
Yes.
how are you doing down there?
Fluttered down there, I guess.
Yeah, you sort of gangle. That's the verb to move as a were-raven.
I'm like, you know how they walk with their booty?
Oh, yeah.
And it keeps hitting the side of the corridor.
Swishing with my arms out.
You're also like way taller than normal, so you keep bashing your head on things.
I'm like this. And I see you trying to push you into the fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm just like, I don't think he can handle it. Just put him into the cage and we'll figure it out from there.
Okay, so like push. I help push.
Okay, so give me a strength plus brawl.
I have 2 success.
2 successes? Okay, so I'm going to roll against you. You got 2 successes?
Yeah.
Okay, you manage it. You push it into the cage.
Okay.
And you want to presumably try and slam the door with your sort of weird wing arm.
Yeah.
So once you see them in there, like, you realize that there's something looking back at you that is not Aura Edmonston, and it doesn't look like Nigel. It's just something with, it's almost just a force of animal cunning.
Inside.
Inside the cage. Looks back at you and goes, "Ah, yes, all of my friends. You've all come to it. It is I, Nigel.
I just say, shut up.
But we are, yes, you dislike the quartermaster, me, Nigel. I'm feeling much better now. You should let me out and give me a weapon."
No. Can I look at the music and say, well, isn't this interesting? You have no abilities in that human body anymore, do you?
I have many abilities in accountancy and
nasally.
And grifting.
You can't do anything. And like she's so happy. She's just like, this is the best day of my life.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna just taunt the music?
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Okay.
So he says, so it's you, Aura Edmonston. You're in my original body, me being Nigel. Come closer, Aura Edmonston.
Absolutely not. Like, does anyone have a sword?
I think one of you does have you have a huge pair of scissors, but they're
I have a
on
knife.
your whole body.
Yeah.
I think I have a knife.
So as you say, does anyone have a sword? The music stops for a second, and then pulls out its large pair of scissors.
Well, you're behind bars. You can't do anything with that large pair of scissors.
It starts and it jabs through the bars to try and get at you.
Can I say, is Nigel? Hello, Nigel.
You can't see Nigel in
Nigel,
there
just so you know, if you're in there, I would like to apologize for all of us in the crew for being so harsh on you. Your internal monologue is very similar to mine as you've met currently, in a different way, but you were in control of yours. So maybe you can control the music, like tell yourself that you're not bad and we don't hate you, because we don't.
And I cock my head to the side like, what?
And I'm also like, I like this. I wish this had been me instead of this.
I see, you're speaking to the Nigel creature now. I have deceived you, Aura Edmonston. It is I, the music. And I will escape from here.
No.
The Nigel creature is fighting back,
Good.
but it does not have the self-belief to break free. I will break free, Aura Edmonston.
Nigel, think of what makes you feel safe.
And there's a pause.
Think of money.
Shut up. I like grab your crow beak and I'm like, no. Like we're on the same page, but no.
You're not helping.
And you see for a minute, you just see a twitch from the music, and the music says,
No one is safe. Nowhere is safe.
but you can tell that there's something it's trying to fight. There's something fighting it.
Yeah.
Like the music isn't fully in control anymore. And it starts to move backwards further into the cage.
Okay, perfect. Like, Nigel, focus on that thought of what makes you safe. The music can't fight things like love or happiness or mediocre poetry. It's very weak to those things.
And then the music, look for a second, again twitches, and then you say, mediocre.
I mean, you could use an editor, but we all can.
You read my poetry?
It was very nice. Why were you ashamed? It wasn't very specific porn. It was just nice poetry.
Look, there are some things that are much less shameful for a person born on the British Isles than scandalous pornography, and one of them is being open with your emotions.
I think that pirates are always open with their emotions, and I think that you should be as well. And I try and pose as him, someone will love you, Nigel.
Give me a...
I'm just blinking really hard because I don't know any of what's happening. And behind, I'm just
I'm still holding your beak, and I'm like,
I'm just what the fuck?
Give me a charisma plus leadership roll.
Oh, poor Nigel. I feel bad for him. I don't have any leadership.
Just charisma then.
I won.
Oh God, because
Okay.
you're Nigel.
Roll it.
Yeah, because should I
Let's see
roll
it.
as me or as Nigel?
You roll on your Nigel sheet.
Okay, then yeah, I have nothing.
You have one.
Can I use
It wasn't a.
Yes, go for it.
It wasn't
Okay.
a failure. It's
for
a.
Aura? It was a failure for Nigel.
Oh, she needs it.
You can burn as much willpower to get this as you want.
Yeah, we don't care.
I forgot
Yeah,
the
Nigel
mark.
doesn't need
Every
willpower
time.
when you're done with his husk.
I'm just trying to use Nigel's body, and
Can
it's
Nigel
just
use
not
paradox
working.
dice?
It's just not working.
No, that's a bag. That's a skull.
That's a skull. All right, I'm gonna say that killed it. That's the end of the roll.
Nigel can't do it.
You just hear it, and you see this. The voice comes back and just says, You all hate Nigel. He knows that you hate him.
I shake her hand off.
Oh,
And I'm like, I guess I'm picking up what she's putting down or whatever.
we're trying to make Nigel feel better.
I'm just like, you can do it. You can do it.
Okay, give me a charisma plus leadership, which I think is just charisma.
Yeah, just charisma.
I don't think the word that
3 success.
3 successes.
Good.
You see like the music. Again, you see this body trying to do different things. It's trying to pick up the scissors. It's trying to drop the scissors at the same time.
Right.
It's trying to get closer to the bars and further away from
Right.
the bars. And eventually it goes, no. And it pushes against the bar so hard that it flies back across the room and kind of falls into a heap. And then says, I think it's gone. I think I beat it. For now.
Good job, Nigel. I'm so proud of you. She starts describing.
I'm like flapping my feathers together. I guess
I woke up.
I've heard that the British love clapping.
This is a monkey clap.
You got the monkey.
Shut up. I got up to some stuff
Sorry.
off camera.
You know, who knows when you're going to be in the form of a monkey again? Take full advantage.
Gotta try it all.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh my god.
I'm
So
a crow
you
person.
Then you give Nigel a nice big clap as he does
Hooray!
it, as he beats
This
the
is
music.
what we do in England. We just start clapping.
I don't know. It's happening.
Oh yeah, the Werechild comes in and goes, ah yes, all of my captains are here, or Edmundston. We're all saying nice things about each other. I see. It was Nigel's turn. Now, presumably, we go on to the next person and all say nice things about them and build up their self-confidence.
That would be nice, but I think we're going to figure out how to get our own bodies back.
Oh.
I can tell the story about how I met your shark friends.
No, there's no need for stories.
Oh, I want to hear a story. Were you in trouble?
No, there's no trouble. You were in trouble. I will destroy you using my immense powers of the arcane. I'm Liga again.
I'm getting intimidated by a very old woman.
Yeah, she's trying to make himself look big.
Oh my god, like
Sort of like, yeah. But it's just an old lady.
I would like to check my intelligence and my I guess occult to see if there's a way for us to get back into our own bodies. At least like how long it will take. Just any kind of question. Just 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay, so you think about it and you go over like every book you've ever read and everything, and you've never heard of anything like a brainstorm before.
Of course.
Like, you've heard of this as being part of like a magical effect, but like a very high level one.
Right.
But this isn't something that you read about in a book. This feels more like an Unconquered Isles thing.
Yeah.
And then the body of Saoirse walked into the room and says, How's everyone doing? It's me, Corbin St. James. I'm in Saoirse's body just to catch everyone up. How are we doing? Is Nigel going to kill us all?
No, he seems to be taken care of briefly.
Ah, excellent. Is this everyone's first brainstorm?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I've got good news and bad news. The good news is that the brainstorm will pass soon, perhaps even by the morning.
Oh, so it just ends.
It just ends. So not a permanent effect at all. The bad news is that we're coming up on the nexus point. And if we're going to do a ritual for magical energy, we're going to have to do it now.
All right.
Does that mean that if we do it in different bodies, do we get to keep
Yeah, you'll keep all of your magic-related skills will be the same. You'll just be doing it in an adorable
fine.
Yeah,
way.
you have your sphere still attached to your weird
That's fair.
body.
Yeah.
Your very weird
Just
sphere
doing
body.
it in a strange
I
way.
was looking at you very specifically.
I just picture it as a
too.
Benedict
I'm pretty
Cumberbatch,
weird
but
right now.
like incredibly swollen, like eyes further apart.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
You're at least a human. I'm like in this in-between thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
look
But it is
So-
funny.
terrible
Yeah.
between Animorph.
Corbin St. James is trying really hard not to. Every time she looks at you, she goes, "Oh God."
Same.
What do you mean same?
I mean, I'm not used to this.
Okay, so once again, are you mocking me?
I'm just mimicking you.
That's
It's
That's
just
not-
part of what I am. That's what we do.
that's not something that ravens do.
Sometimes we do.
Well, anyway, that was very reductive. I'll remind you again, Saoirse, my beloved friend. What you need to do is call upon everything that you know about Corbin St. James and picture yourself as the human, and then be that.
Okay.
Think about it, and then use your resolve plus insight to try and change back into your Corbin St. James form.
3.
3 successes. Okay. So as you do it, you think back to you think of Corbin St. James and you think of the secrets that she keeps and perhaps wonder why she keeps them. And you think of every conversation you've ever had, every kindness she's ever paid you, and you try and understand this inscrutable figure. And then you think of the time that you sat on the crow's nest together and she showed you the Isles. And you begin to get smaller. And before you know it, you are simply inhabiting the body of Corbin St. James rather than a crow monster.
I liked it.
And however large
hate
the
it.
sigh of relief that you give out is, it is nothing compared to the one that Corbin gives out.
No.
She leans out, fixes your hat slightly, says, "Okay, what a treat for me to be able to see myself in this way. Quite marvelous.
I liked the other kind.
So we have another problem. We need to hit the nexus point now. Big Paul is on deck. He's freaking out slightly.
Is he himself?
He's himself.
Okay.
Seems like mostly only unnamed NPCs have swapped with with each other.
Convenient.
Thankfully. Not everyone swaps in a brainstorm. Not to be mistaken, by the way, for a brainstorm, which is a way that we... Well, Nigel, you explain it. And Nigel says, it's a way that we harness the power of group ideation. We just really like blue sky. It's that. This is a brainstorm. I just don't want it to get confusing later on. But if we're going to do the ritual, we should do it now. Let's get our cults together.
Well, I can't leave Nigel alone in my body, especially at a nexus of magical power.
We can put him to sleep.
We can tie him up and bring him with us.
That's what we have to do.
Okay? And Nigel says, well, I'm still in control. If we're going to do it, we should do it now. Okay.
And I will tie him up personally,
Okay.
because I don't want the music to hurt anyone but me. So,
I'm going to do a roll to see how well you tie him up.
Wow.
Ugh.
Is that one of those hidden answers too?
So you did. You feel like you perhaps remember some times when you were a Girl Scout or something when you were a child. And you remember you've been taught knots before.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure that this is a relatively secure knot.
okay.
You have Nigel tied up pretty well. And
While I'm tying him, I want to ask him who he thinks is safe. I'm gonna just like who is safe for you? Who can help you feel safe?
and
We need them to survive, otherwise the music will take you.
take me to the helm.
All
I
right.
think I can help.
All right. I shuffle. I say, we're taking Nigel, me, straighten my hat, to the helm, because that is what he wished me, I wishes.
Makes perfect sense. And as you go upstairs, all of you, to the top of the deck, you feel the ship beginning to kind of swirl strangely around you as you approach this nexus point. And your cult leaguer, because you'll be part of this, are already up there getting all the preparations in place.
Thank God someone has a cult.
So, because this is a prime spell,
right.
Owen and Eve can be there, but they won't be able to help with this ritual. Only people with prime magic will be able to help.
I have Prime, so.
And you look out at the nexus point and ponder its many mysteries. And we will burden our souls with its secrets next time on Mage of Sail. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're having fun. You can also support us on Patreon or just come and chat to us on Discord, where I talk about stuff all the time. It's nice. We will see you again, same time next week.
Bye.
Can we get an invite to your Discord?
Yes.
I'm on the Discord. I just get too scared to talk.
Yeah, no, yeah, there's a lot of people who are in there who don't talk. That's pretty standard
react.
for Discord,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
A wizard's life for me. We sailed the mighty ocean to find the traitor sea. Bones, bones, bones. A wizard's life for me. We found the isles unconquered as they should ever be. Bones, bones, bones. A wizard's life for me. We sailed the mighty ocean to find the traitor sea. Bones, bones, bones. A wizard's life for me. We found the isles unconquered as they should ever be.